Hello, good afternoon. My name is Liza, and it is my joy to teach you this gentle shoulder and pelvic floor area yoga class. This is a gentle yoga class designed to help with elbow pain, wrist pain, arm pain, as well as shoulder pain, and then also around the hips. So I will do this from top to bottom. So if you're only interested in the hip and pelvic floor area part of the practice, then you can skip ahead to about midway through, which would be about 20 minutes into the class. To open the practice, I want to offer a Dirga Pranayama breath, which helps to center your nervous system, still your nervous system, as well as to alleviate pain in the pelvic area and really get centered in your body in your practice. Following that will be a warm-up sequence, which will include repetition. And then I'll guide you through a upper body sequence that will hopefully help with some issues around tendonitis, carpal tunnel, tennis elbow. And after that, we'll go through some hip focus, pelvic floor focus that can help to alleviate cramping and tension around the hip area. And lastly, we'll follow with rest and shavasana. So as you come into your place, I like to have a cushion or block underneath my seat to add a little more height to my hips. So my hips are just a little bit above my knees, and this helps to elongate the spine more naturally as well. So finding a cushion or a block to place under your sacrum, and then just kind of noticing how does your body feel today. Take any movement that might feel nice or necessary as you come to settle into your space. I have my two friends here helping. I might say, go ahead and go outside. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Taking care of any distractions that you might need to before you settle in here. So feeling your hips level over your seat, just start to still your body, letting the mind turn away from any distractions to your breath, not trying to change your breath or control your breath, but just noticing the breath as it is. Right now, in this moment, the quality, the temperature, sensation, the rhythm. And then bring your attention to the first part of your Dirga breath. The space behind and below your belly button is this place we call our deep center. You can place a hand here if you'd like, or just take an inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Take another breath here to your deep center below and behind your belly button. And exhale through the mouth. Continue this as you inhale, awakening prana. As you exhale, relaxing the body, the belly softens. This internal place, we all carry this pearl of excellence. Take one more inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. On your next inhale, draw your attention to your middle rib cage. You can place a hand on each side if you like, or keep your hands rested on your lap. As you inhale, feel the breath travel up through your spine to your middle ribs, just below the breastbone or the rib cage here. Exhale, feel the breath travel out. Good. Inhale and draw the breath here to your middle ribs. Feel the diaphragm tilt upward. As you exhale, feel the diaphragm tilt back, letting the breath carry back down to your deep center. Continue this for a few more successions, letting your Dirga breath only come to the middle part of your body, of your torso. And exhale, let the breath travel back down. See if you can lengthen the breath a little more each time. On your next inhalation, bring the breath from your deep center through your middle rib cage to just below the collarbone, now around the breastbone. As you inhale, draw the breath all the way up. And exhale, feel the breath travel slowly all the way down. Finally reaching its home in your core and your deep center. Inhale again, feel the breath travel through the rib cage, awakening every part of your chest, reaching every part of your lungs. And exhale, allow the breath to follow the length of your spine, slowly reaching your deep center. Coming into your full Dirga Pranayama. Continue this breath for a few more successions. Notice the length of your breath. Maybe elongate slightly as you reach the top of your inhale and the bottom of your exhales. This Dirga Pranayama helps to release extra carbon dioxide stored up in the body, retaining oxygen, transferring into our bloodstream, pumping blood into our heart, allowing for energy, retaining the good energy that we need to carry throughout our day. It helps to also relax the nervous system and relieve abdominal cramping and the stomach area. Take one more inhale, reach the breath to its fullest height. And exhale, release Dirga Pranayama, come back to your natural breath. Maybe gently open the eyes when you feel ready. And allow the fingertips to reach each side of your mat. As you inhale, draw the arms up toward the sky, moving through some sun arms, awakening the shoulders, the arms. Slowly as you exhale, let the hands fall back down, fingertips touch the mat. Moving through these a few times. As you inhale, reach the arms and lift, engage through the shoulders, through the elbows, through the wrists. And exhale, slowly lower softly. One movement, one tissue at a time, letting the fingertips touch the earth. Inhale and rise, reach the arms, awakening the shoulders. Maybe notice with the addition of the arms how much more space you have to breathe in your lungs. Move through this a few successions, maybe not following me exactly, but just finding the rhythm with your breath as you inhale and reach the arms high up toward the sky. And exhale, softening the arms toward the earth. Repetition of movement helps to build warmth and elasticity in the muscles so that you can safely move through some of the asanas. Starting with the upper body. One more inhale and reach the arms up. And exhale, reach the right arm down, lift the left arm up and over to the side. Feel the side body stretch here through the shoulder. As you inhale, draw both arms up. And exhale to the other side. Feel the side body stretch here, hip to fingertip. Again, inhale and reach both arms. Finding your rhythm as you exhale and side stretch. Inhale and reach the arms. Move through this a few times. Common misperception is that muscles stretch. They do not, but they do build elasticity with movement, as movement helps build heat in the muscles and the tendons and the tissues necessary before moving through some of the longer poses. Inhale, come up to center, and exhale, finish on the side that you did not start on. And when you're ready, reaching the arms up to center, and exhale, gently letting them come down to each side. Moving on to all fours. I have a blanket underneath my knees to add a little support. You're free to use just the mat or find a blanket if you'd like a little cushioning under your knees. This is nice for both the upper body and lower body. As you inhale, reach the head, reach the tail up toward the sky. As you exhale, round the back, chin tucks to chest, tail tucks. Really feel your vertebra open up each disc at a time as you inhale and reach, lift the gaze. As you exhale, round the back, chin tucks. Moving through cat-cow as you inhale, lift the tail and the crown up. As you exhale, round, chin tucks. Connecting with your breath, your body. Feeling the upper body stretch along with the hips and the pelvic area, the sacrum. Maybe take one more of each as you inhale and lift. As you exhale around, last cat. And inhale, come back to center. Place your hands a little bit in front of you. Knees are hip distance apart. And on your next inhale, slowly glide back into child's pose. Let the forehead rest along the floor. Nice and heavy here. Gentle stretch through the hips as well as the shoulders. Maybe continue your Dirga breath here. On your next inhale, glide forward and come all the way down onto the mat. You can have a cushion above at the top of your mat if you want for your forehead to come down on. And then starting out with a Sphinx pose. My shoulders are above my elbows. My palms are face down on the earth. Legs are long, feet are relaxed, tops of the feet are relaxed on the floor. Just a gentle toning of the lower spine. Easing into the shoulder work. Gently gaze forward in front of you about 6 inches. And then as you inhale, lift the gaze up toward the sky. See what you notice. Exhale, chin tucks to chest. See what you notice. Rounding of the spine, the neck. Inhale and lift the gaze back up toward the sky, nice and easy. Exhale, round the chin tucks to chest. Feel the stretch along the back of the neck. Inhale for one more as you lift gently. And exhale, chin tucks. Inhale, come back to neutral and gently fold your arms in front of you for crocodile pose. Letting each hand reach for an elbow, forehead comes to the earth or maybe one ear to the mat. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Good. Inhale and come back to your elbows, removing the prop in front of you if you have one. And then bringing your elbows again underneath your shoulders for a transitional Sphinx pose. As you adjust yourself here, let your left arm come long in front of you. The right arm will thread underneath the left. Sleeping owl pose. You can stay here or bring your forehead down to the earth. You'll feel this shoulder stretch the upper right shoulder, as well as a little bit of the inside left shoulder. You might feel some tenderness, some discomfort in the back of the neck. Discomfort's okay. Strain is not. So do what feels comfortable within your body. Breathing into this as you inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You'll be here for 20 seconds in sleeping owl pose. See what you notice. Longer sustains help to loosen the fluids around the ligaments, the joints, and bring in healing into the fascial, deep fascial networks through the body. So the sustain is necessary. But do whatever you need to do in your body so that you don't feel the strain. Sleeping owl isn't only good for the upper arms and the shoulders, but it's also a internal healing pose, a yin pose for different organs inside the body, the kidneys, the gallbladder. Okay, 3 more breaths here. Maybe continuing your Dirga breath. And take one more inhale through the nose. And one more exhale through the mouth. Good. And bring both arms under the shoulders, elbows under the shoulders for Sphinx pose. Letting our arms cross in front of you again for crocodile pose, integrating that side into the body. A few breaths here. On your next inhale, come back to Sphinx. Drawing your right arm long in front of you. Allow your left arm to thread underneath for sleeping owl on this side. As you inhale, lower the head toward the earth, and you'll feel some stretching around the left shoulder. You might feel some energy under the right shoulder as well, the interior right shoulder. And again, you'll take about 30 seconds here on this side, allowing the discomfort, breathing through it. As you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. You can use any props you like on this side. Every side is different. Do what feels right for you. Legs are soft behind you, the ground supporting your body. Finding the stillness of the mind, letting the breath guide you. Breathing into the final moments of this pose. And 3 more breaths here. As you inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Take one more inhale here. And exhale through the mouth. Good. And come onto your elbows as you push yourself up to all fours. Bring your knees to the blanket or toward the middle of your mat. Knees are under your chest. And walk your arms long in front of you, coming into a heart opening stretch. A little different than child's pose. The arms are long and stretched forward in front of you. The hips sink back a little bit. Deep heart opener as well as shoulder or breastplate opener. You might even feel the stretch in your armpits. And inhale, come back up to center. As you come back all the way down to the earth. Bringing your left arm as a goalpost to the outside of the left side of your mat, palm facing down. Use your right hand to push you up and over to the left side. You can use your feet to guide you over here. The top leg is sort of awkward on top of the left leg. You can rest your right arm wherever it feels comfortable. Notice the left side arm, the inside left arm. If you feel the stretch here, then you're doing it right. There's no right or wrong way to have your body here in this pose. As long as you feel the inside left stretch along your left arm, you're in the right place. Finding a place for your legs to just sit and surrender through this shape. Feeling the inner left side of the shoulder, armpit. Be here for about 10 more seconds. Maybe imagine the healing energy happening in your body. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Then on your next inhale, easily transitioning back to center. Allow your arms to come in front of you for crocodile pose. See what you notice. Integrating that left side stretch. And then inhale and come back up to Sphinx. As you reach your right arm in a goalpost shape to the right long edge of your mat, using the left arm to push up and over to the side, allowing your legs to just kind of flop on top of each other. Let your left arm be relaxed and comfortable. Notice the right side here. Maybe imagine what deep fascial networks might look like inside your body. The colors, the shapes, the energy, the repairing that's happening within this inside right shoulder. Be here for about 10 more seconds. Draw an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And on your next inhale, slowly coming back to center and coming into a Sphinx pose, and then pushing yourself up onto all fours and gliding back into child's pose, integrating both sides. See how you feel. And then on your next inhale, reach the hands behind you and interlace the fingers as you reach the hands up toward the sky. Yoga Mudra. You can stay here or maybe reach the hips up toward the sky as the hands reach further toward the top of your mat. Breathing through this as you inhale and reach the hands. And exhale, feel the hips soften. Take one more inhale and reach. And exhale, lower the hips back down to your heels. Release the arms. Child's pose. Child's pose now with the arms on each side of your legs instead of in front of you. This is always an option for maybe a more intimate feeling child's pose. And then as you inhale, walk the hands forward, moving into your first downward dog, first and only downward dog today. This is a great practice for wrists and shoulders, but if you feel any discomfort in your wrists or shoulders, please refrain. You can always go back into child's pose. This is also a nice one for the hips as we transition from the shoulders and wrists to the hips. Inhale, tuck the toes and reach the hips up high into the sky. A gentle knee bend might feel nice for this first one as you heel toe the feet toward the earth, nice and easily. Feel the wrists. Notice each part of your hand supported by the earth. As you inhale, reaching the hips up toward the sky. As you exhale, lengthening through the arms, reaching the heels back toward the earth. You'll be here for a few breaths. Noticing any thoughts, sensations coming into your body and your mind. And just easily letting them go. Bringing your attention back to your breath, your body. And take one more inhale through the hips toward the sky. And exhale, lower the knees to the earth, untuck the toes, and come to sit back on your heels. Arms reach by your side, and just feel and notice. yourself here. And inhale, bring the arms up toward the sky. And exhale, arms return to the earth. Noticing you're moving into the lower part of your body. Come into a seated pose here. And bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly. The goal here isn't necessarily to lengthen through the spine, but to round the back forward. As you inhale, feel yourself lift up away from the hips. As you exhale, slowly fold forward again, rounding the spine, the back, the neck, toward the soles of the feet. Coming into your butterfly. Butterfly helps release extra tension in the pelvic floor and lower back, as well as through the thighs. Softening the neck and the head toward the earth. Few breaths here. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Good, and come up to center. As you bring your feet in front of you, your hands come behind you like little kickstands, and gently sway the knees from side to side. Finding a little bit of playfulness, a little bit of movement in the lower part of the body, the hips, the knees, loosening up any fluids that have built up, allowing more space around the hips and the joints. And then slowly, easefully come up to center here. And allow the legs to be long along the floor as you prepare for a seated wide angle pose. As you inhale, reach the arms forward in the middle of your mat, letting the gaze lower toward the earth. Or maybe the hands reach for an ankle on each side, maybe even toward the legs. Let the neck, the back, the gaze be heavy and soft toward the earth. Engaging in the lower body with the upper body. Noticing the trapezius muscle between the shoulders, getting some attention here, as well as the back of the hamstrings. This also massages the organs around the pelvic area. And take one more inhale and one more exhale. And then inhale, slowly rise back up to center. Placing the soles of your feet on the earth, slowly scoot yourself down. As we come to the reclined part of the class, the rest of the class will be from the earth. Arms reaching up toward the sky. Make any adjustments you might need. On your next inhale, reach the right leg up and over the left. Exhale, feel the hips sink closer toward the earth. As you inhale, draw both knees into your chest. Reclined, bound angle. You can stay here always an option. Or as you exhale, bring both legs over to the left side, guiding with the left hand. Feeling that side twist on the lower part of your body. Reach the right arm long along the floor and gaze through your right fingertips. Releasing tension in the lower spine, the organs, the abdomen area. Giving this part of the body a little massage. And stay here for about 10 more seconds. Also getting a nice inner arm stretch along the right arm. See what you notice inside your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and draw both knees up to center and give yourself a hug here. And exhale, untwist the legs, bring both knees to your chest. Gentle hug, integrating that side. Then reach the left leg up and over the right and hug both knees in here. You can stay here, or as you exhale, bring both knees over to the right hand side, guiding them with your right hand, noticing the lower spine. As you exhale, gaze over your left arm. Reclined round angle, left side. Organs enjoying a little more massage and the different space opening up here. Moving from the inside out. About 10 more seconds here. As you inhale, feel the length within that left arm. As you exhale, feel the twist, the rotation of the spine. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then on your next inhale, coming back to center, bringing both knees to the center, unwrapping the legs. Reach for the soles of the feet for happy baby pose. Let the feet rise toward the sky. Hips come closer toward the earth, a gentle sway from side to side. And then slowly, easefully bringing your feet down to the earth. Let the soles of the feet stay along the mat. Knees are bent up toward the sky. Moving in the other direction for the hips and the pelvic floor area, scoot your feet closer to the tips of your hands so that they're touching, if it's possible. Prepare for bridge. We'll do 3 gentle bridges before coming into the full bridge. As you inhale, reach the hips up toward the sky about 1/3 of the way, and exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, reach the hips up. Exhale, float the hips down. Notice any discomfort. Pay attention to this, be mindful. Inhale, and exhale, lower. On the next inhale, rise and sustain this if it's in your ability today. Leaving your hips here. Allow the hands, the wrists to come underneath the shoulders. You can interlace your fingers underneath your sacrum. in a yoga mudra below the back. As you inhale, engage, lift the hips up closer to the sky. As you exhale, feel the arms strong underneath you, interlacing the fingers, bringing the shoulders closer together. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, lower the hips down, release the hands. Feel and notice, bridge pose, reverberate through your body. How has your energy changed? Draw the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to come to each side of your mat. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Receiving love, light, and compassion into your practice today. And moving to our final pose. An inversion of your choice is always an option. I'll guide you through legs up the wall. Waterfall pose might be nice for you. So bringing your body close to a wall, if you have a wall, to come up close to. Coming onto your back. Letting your back be soft. You can have a cushion under your back if you like. Palms are reaching up toward the sky. And slowly begin to walk your feet up the wall. Letting the soles of the feet reach toward the sky. You don't need to be at a perfect 90 degree angle here. You can stay here, maybe reach the feet closer to you. If you'd like to bring your seat closer to the wall, you can do that too. Opening up the pelvic floor to the sky. See if there's any less effort you can put here in this shape. Letting your feet simply hang above you, all of the fluids draining down from the top to bottom. We spend so much time in the other direction. It's important to give our body this sensation too. Maybe layer in the Dirga breath as you inhale. Feel the breath rise from your sacrum through to your heart space. And exhale, returning the breath back home. Take one more inhale at your own pace. And one more exhale. And then reaching your knees back down to your chest. And gently making your way onto your seat as you come into your final resting pose, gathering anything that might bring you added comfort. Socks for the feet or a blanket for the body. As my yoga teachers always said, building your nest for rest. Finding all of the things to make you feel as comfortable and warm as possible. And as you come to rest, see if there's any way you can make yourself even more relaxed and your body, softening around the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Maybe this quote resonates with you today. The creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Shavasana. And begin to add a little movement back into your body. Wiggling of the fingertips, the toes. And then hug both knees into your chest. And give yourself a final moment of gratitude and appreciation, connecting with your breath and your body on your mat. Doing this important work of yoga. When you feel ready, making your way onto one side and coming up to, as you begin class, seated at the top of your mat. You can choose to lower the gaze or close the eyes. We'll close our practice today with a sound of Om. You're free to join me in the silent Om or the sound of Om as we connect with the outside world. I'll guide you through a round of breath and then inhale in Om. Reach both hands to heart center. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. May the peace within me reflect the peace within you. Jai Bhagwan. Thank you. And Liza, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to reach out in the chat. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.